husband lied about taking testosterone while we were trying for a baby. Now he's angry that I'm upset. My husband has been bodybuilding for over 15 years and has an incredible physique. We got together when I was young, and when people asked if he used steroids, he always told me he was natural. Over the years that story changed too. I used testosterone years ago, but not anymore. I was always very clear about where I stood on it. I told him I was strongly against it, and if he ever went back on testosterone and it affected our ability to have children, I would never forgive him. Last December, while cleaning our apartment, I found a vial of testosterone. At first I wondered if it was old because he's somewhat of a hoarder, so I moved it to see if he'd notice. He noticed within 2 days. When I confronted him, it became obvious he was actively using it. I gave him an ultimatum, me or the testosterone. We were due to get married in a few months. He promised me he would stop. He even promised my parents. Things settled down. We got married and immediately started trying for a baby. If anything, he seemed even more eager to have children than I was. Months passed without a pregnancy, so we both went for fertility testing. My results came back normal. His showed 0 sperm count. During the appointment, the doctor asked if he used testosterone. My husband said the last time was 12 months ago. The doctor explained that if that were true, his fertility should likely have recovered within a few months and further testing would be needed to understand why there was still no sperm production. What caught my attention was that my husband seemed oddly relieved when the doctor mentioned that timeline. After the appointment, I asked him again if 12 months ago was really the last time he'd taken testosterone. After a lot of back and forth, he finally admitted the truth. He had taken it 2 weeks ago. I was furious. Not just because he lied in the doctor's office, but because he'd been lying to me for months while we were actively trying to have a child. He knew how strongly I felt about this. He knew fertility was important to both of us. He knew we'd been wondering why I wasn't getting pregnant. Now he's angry with me for focusing on the lies instead of supporting him through the fertility issue. He says I married him knowing his history and that I should be focused on solving the problem rather than dwelling on why it happened. But from my perspective, the problem isn't just the testosterone. It's the fact that he lied repeatedly, broke promises he made to me and my family, wasted months of our time trying for a baby, and only admitted the truth when he was cornered by medical evidence. Now he's acting like I'm being unreasonable for being upset, and I'm starting to question myself.